Pathway students. In this session of your orientation, we're going to be discussing what a Pathway student looks like. So hopefully at the end of your time with us, you will not look like this poor girl here. Although if you do, we do have people on staff here that can help you with that. But hopefully you will look like this little guy here leaving us with your diploma. Wouldn't that be so amazing? That is why we are here and why you are here, is to leave looking like this little guy here. So to start off this session, we are going to be talking about what a typical day looks like for a Pathways student.
So your typical day will have three parts. When you first get here, you're going to want to check in. We are going to take attendance by a Zonar swipe. So you will be given an ID and there will be a Zonar machine when you enter. You need to swipe your ID past that so that we know you are here. Once you get here, go ahead and enter the computer lab, and if you are coming early in the morning, please remember to bring your teacher's coffee. Once you get there, go ahead and log into your computer. We will want you to do three things. We want you to check your calendar. Everybody will have a calendar hopefully on Google Apps, and teachers will be able to set appointments for you there. You also will want to check your email, which is another place that teachers might communicate with you on progress or if they would like to meet with you. Finally, we want you to check your progress on your class and make sure that you are on track to complete your classes at the time and rate that we would like to see you complete them. And then you have your coursework. There will be three parts to this. You'll either have your classes on the computer in the WIN or Compass program. We will have advisory this year, so your advisor might want to meet with you during some point during your week. And finally, teachers will be pulling individual or small groups of students to work on specific skills for certain classes. So you might come in and work an hour on your English class, and then you may have a mini workshop with the math teacher to learn quadratic equations, and then you might go back to your computer and work on a WIN class that you have assigned to you. So that would be what your typical day would look like. And now we're going to move on to the actual schedule.
So your schedule is going to look like this. So school is going to be Monday through Thursday, and we are asking you to choose 4 blocks each day. And we'll discuss blocks here on the next slide. But each block is 90 minutes, so 6 hours total is going to be your time here. However, you do get a lunch, and we are going to schedule your lunch at the last 30 minutes of your time here. So really, you could just be here 5.5 hours of work time. We are going to be on a quarter schedule, so for each 9 weeks, we are expecting you to finish the following. So there are 2 content courses. And that's content courses are basically your English, your math, your science, and your social studies. Now don't freak out too much, because each one of these classes is broken up into semesters. So when we say 2 content courses, we're really saying 2 content semesters. So you could do an English semester 1 and a math semester 1. And then we're asking you to do also an elective. So we have WIN classwork that's going to be electives this year, and then also work-based credit or PE, etc., etc., etc. And so that's about 1.5 credits total for each quarter.
Okay, and then here's our actual schedule. We will open our doors at 7:30 and they close at 8:30 at night. So as said before, we would like you to choose 4 consecutive periods to be here. Those are flexible for your schedule though. If you work very late into the night, you may want to come in during period 3 and then stay through period 7, or maybe you work evenings, so you'll want to come in first thing in the morning, so do period 1 through period 4. That's up to you. We will just ask that you let us know what periods you plan on attending. And then the next question will probably be about breaks. You, of course, can take breaks. Take them when you need them. We are requesting that you keep them to no more than 15 minutes at a time. And if you do leave the building, please swipe the Zonar machine so that we know you're out of the building. Just a reminder that there is a law saying no smoking on school grounds, and our school grounds reach to the church on the south side and 124th on the north side.
All right, that leads us into attendance. So be here when you say you will be here, and if you cannot be here, please call 720-972-GRAD. And after 3 absences per quarter, the advisors will meet with you just to check in with you, see what's going on, see if if the program is a good fit for you even. And the premise behind this is that you really want to make sure that you're treating coming to school like you're treating like going to business. One of the reasons why you are here is to get ready for the workforce. We want to give you the tools to be successful, not just here in school, but also successful for the rest of your life in the workforce. And one of the key things that employers are going to want to see is that you can show up when you're scheduled to show up, and that you can call in if you're going to be sick. And then also this next piece here, which means tardies. Can you really get to work on time when you're supposed to be there? So we also have tardies here. The doors will lock 10 minutes after each period starts. That doesn't mean you can't come in. It just means you need to buzz in. And then 3 tardies are going to ask you to maybe make up some time because we want to keep you on track. We want you to graduate when you want to graduate. I'm sure that you want to graduate as soon as possible. And so this here, the attendance and tardies, I'm not expecting too much problems on, because I'm assuming that you're here because you want to be here, because you want to get your diploma, and and the first thing that you can do to get through school is to make sure that you're actually here to do the work. So and so just make sure that you swipe for your attendance. That's going to be key here, because we our attendance is going to be based on your swipes, and so that is going to be key. And then going on.
So this year we are going to be having advisory. The advisor will be one of the teachers, and you'll meet with your advisor at least once a week. This is the person that we want you to be able to discuss anything with. We want you to discuss your graduation plans. Not only do we want you to come out of here with a diploma, we want you to come out with a plan on what you're going to do next. So if that's attend college, we want you to come out with your college application ready to go. If you plan on attending some kind of vocational training, we want to make sure you're set up with that. Or if you plan on entering the workforce, that you have a job that you're interested in doing. The other thing that advisors will do is we're going to check your progress just to make sure that you are doing all right in all of your classes and keeping with your graduation plan. The advisor is also someone you can talk smack to. This is the place that you can vent and discuss any issues you may be having, either here at school or outside of school. We are here to help you however we can. And the next part of our presentation will be about grades. We are going to have your typical grading scale. C's are going to be 70 to 79.5%. The B and the A's are going to be as they probably were at your previous school. You may say, well, where are the D's? And as a staff, we decided that we wanted all students to master their objectives at least at 70%. So we are here to support you, but we will not be giving any D's, because we are sure all of you will be able to master at least 70% of the material, if not more. And as I said, we are here to help you with that. Grades will be posted quarterly every 9 weeks, so hopefully you will be finishing your classes every quarter, and in the following quarter you'll be getting new classes. We will update progress weekly, so you and your parents can look at the progress that you are making in each class. 20% of your grade will be based on the quizzes and the lessons you work through. 80% of the grade is going to be that final post-test or a final assessment that your teacher assigns for you. Just a reminder that you can test out of a class if you get 70% per objective, so that might be a little incentive to do very well on your pre-test.
This next part is going to be the most important part that you get out of this session is the dress code. So please wear clothes appropriate for school. And if you're not sure what that means, we have the district guidelines on our website, which is at www.adams12.org. I'm assuming most of you have been in school settings before, and so you already know what is appropriate and what is inappropriate. And we're going to treat you adults in that way here on this slide, because I'm not going to go into what you can and cannot do, because that list you've probably heard it a million times before, and you are adults. And just again, treat this like it is a business. Like you wouldn't go into a business dressed in certain clothes. And so that's one of the tools that you're going to have in your belt when you leave us, is that when to be successful in the workplace, you just got to dress appropriately. So, and finally, we have lab expectations. Be the basic stuff here: eating in the commons area and not in the lab, por favor. We have brand new computers this year, and so we just want to make sure that the computers stay nice, not only for you guys, but for future generations that are going to be coming through the program. And eating in the commons area is going to allow you also to get out there and socialize and things like that. We want to be respectful of your other peers and classmates that are in the lab trying to work. So just for the breaks, for those 15-minute breaks that you're going to be taking periodically, just make sure that you get up and go into the commons area to do any of the socialization. And we are asking that you bring in your own music if you so choose, which is your iPads or things like that, because the district equipment, unfortunately this year, you will not be able to use for your Facebook or your YouTube or Pandora. So I know that many of you last year liked to listen to music while you were working, and that is totally fine. It's just that the district equipment, so the computers we have here, you won't be able to access that stuff from, so just bring your own. And then I'm sure you've noticed walking through the building that there are cameras, and so just as an FYI, just for your own knowledge, so that you know that Big Brother is watching. So, and that pretty much concludes this session of what a pathway student looks like. So just kind of to summarize, kind of the main idea that we want you to take from this is that kind of treat it like a business, because in the workforce, the tools for success are going to be the same tools for success here at Pathways. Just showing up on time, showing up when you're scheduled to be here, calling in when you're sick, and dressing appropriately, using the correct language, and just overall respecting yourself, respecting your peers, and respecting your teachers.
And if you can do that, you will be very successful in our program, and you will be walking out of here with a diploma.
All right, so with that, we're going to say au revoir, adios, gesundheit, farewell.